Fashion Evolution Challenge of the Week. To upcycle this classic denim shirt, we're going to add a little lace, have a more unique, fun, and romantic shirt, a little more fun to wear. So let's get started. Here we have a classic denim shirt. I got it at Goodwill for $3.99. It's American Eagle, simple classic shirt. It's got a great yoke, pockets, collar stand, snaps. There's not much to change on here. It's a good classic, goes with a lot of things. But I thought what fun it would be to make this denim and lace. I was trying to think, how can I make this a little more fun to wear, a little more feminine, kind of change it around. Then I thought, I have this skirt in my closet, long white skirt that I've only worn once. It used to be a dress. I chopped off the top part, made it into a skirt. But now, what if I chopped this part off and made it a short skirt? I might wear it. I'm probably really will actually, because I love to wear simple white skirts in the summer. And then there's this whole white lace piece left over. So there's enough to do it right, to put your lace right around the torso here, and then there's lace left over to put on the cuffs. So I thought that would just be pretty simple and easy to do, and give this a really fun touch, and be a little more fun to wear. So let's get started. So I've cut the lace off of the skirt, and now I've got to get it off this other part. And a lot of times laces are just simply stitched on with a single stitch, and they're easy to take off, and sometimes they're not. So before you do that, before you start to take one off, look and see how it's stitched on. But here I just clipped a thread, and I just pull it, because this is actually really loose, and then this comes right off. So this one is actually very simple to take off, and we have this nice band of lace right here. And actually, looking further into this lace, it's actually stitched together here. Looks like it's 2 panels, so I could use the 2 panels, but I do like it like this, so I think I'll just keep it all intact. We have the lace taken off of the skirt, and we're going to now find it here. One thing too, if you don't have a skirt, you can actually find lace at the fabric store in the trim department. You might be able to find a wide lace. This is actually, and looking at this closer, is actually 2 pieces of lace about here that have been sewn together. So that's an option too. You can actually get a wide lace in any colors too. You can also dye this. If it's got a lot of cotton in it, it will pick up dye pretty well. You could even maybe bleach dye it. The blue and the denim, or the blue and the white, might be pretty cute too. So what we're going to do is figure out where this goes here, and I've decided to put the stars on this lace right about where this waistband is, and then I've marked where this ends up here with an air erasable pen. So I got the mark right about here, and putting the shirt on here, I'm going to just mark where that's hitting, and then I'm going to lift it up a little bit to give it some ease, because you don't want it to be fitted real taut. Then I'll mark an idea where that's going to be, add a little bit of ease, a 1/4 inch extra there, and then add the seam allowance, and that will be my cutting line. So I'll take this off the table and mark it straight across. Okay, I have this on the table, laid it out. Using my cutting board with the 1-inch squares really helps you line everything up evenly. Added my seam allowance in from where I want it marked. And I also have to think about what I'm going to do with that lace, because that lace is going to come right in here. And what about this front band? So I think I'm just going to cut up and over here, but leave this band intact, because I got to kind of see where I'm going to start and stop the lace. But I've made a mark across, lined it up on this cutting board here, and then I'm going to mark it across. That's where my line goes, and mark it here. Usually I would pin it here and get the mark on the back, but this one we're just going to cut straight across. We're just going to, it's always painful to cut into a shirt. You'll never know if you're doing it exactly the right way. I'm just gonna put that straight in there. And I'm not gonna cut the band. I'm just gonna cut up through here and leave the band intact. And then put it on the dress form and figure out how I'm going to attach it. And I gotta cut the rest of this off. Put this on the dress form and see what we're gonna do with that lace. Okay, so I've got the shirt cut. I've left this band intact because I'm not quite sure how I want to get that lace to fit in there. The lace is just going to get real fitted around here. And the first thing I'm going to have to do is just hem this edge up so that when I put the lace on, it's already hemmed. And I might do a little bit of gathering in there just because I want the lace to be fitted right there, so this shirt has to come in a little bit. So I'm going to do that next, and then we'll put the lace on. So now I've hemmed, just rolled it up about a 1/2 inch, just rolled it in, zigzagged it right on where that fray edge would be, and then I ran a loose stitch, a basting stitch, right along there, and I'm just going to pull that stitch just to add just a little bit of gather in each panel, like the front panel, and then a little bit on each side panel. If you pull the bobbin thread, they tend to be looser and the fabric moves a little bit more easier. So I just get this, just gather a little bit. I didn't want to pleat it. I thought sometimes the pleats might be too bulky, so I think it didn't need a lot, so I just wanted to kind of ease stitch it in there. But put this on the dress form and see how it drapes on the lace. Okay, I've got the lace pinned on. I had this hemmed and gathered, just pinning it on to see how this will fit. Looking pretty good. Just gonna pin pretty securely because I'll just be taking it off the dress form here and just putting it in the machine and sewing right across the edges here, and then I'll have to figure out how to match up this part here. I think I'm going to have to tuck this lace into here. I'll have to open up the seam here, lift it in so that this all unites evenly. First step is just to sew this lace onto the top. All right, well, I've got the lace attached to the top. It's looking really great. And I have tucked it into the band here. Just kind of, I'm going to have to just top stitch. I unstitch it and then just top stitch it right down here. And I'm not too worried about making this look really decent on the inside because it'll probably be worn snapped all the time. I'm just going to roll it up just once. Instead of doing a double hem because it'll get kind of bulky. So I'm just going to stitch that in there. And then these snaps just get hidden through the lace part here. And just tuck them, find a way to, they kind of lined up pretty well. And then I'll just zigzag through here and cut the lace off. Pretty simple. Then my next part to do, I'm going to put some lace on the sleeves, and I just laid the lace on the sleeve. I had cut it off. There was the two pieces together, so this is actually one piece, and it was just like a perfect, can't even believe how perfect this one, this lace was. But I'm going to put it on the inside of this cuff because these sleeves are pretty long, and it's cute to just wear that up, and then just put the lace up. It actually fits perfectly right where that lace goes. And I'll just machine stitch this close to the edges and cover up those snaps, and then I'll tack it on the seam so that it stays up, and that will be done. So I'm going to take it to the machine and finish this up. Well, we've got our shirt done. Actually, it's not a shirt anymore, it's a top. We have fashion evolutioned the shirt. Looks pretty cute. It's got a little lace midriff, little lace cuffs right here. Pretty simple and cute. So that's a really great way to transform a denim shirt. make it a little more fun to wear. Also be cute, worn open, just a little bit open at the top here with a little colorful little tank top underneath it for some added color. And it looks fun to wear. Can't wait to try this on Grace, see how it looks. And in the meantime, if you would like to ask us some questions, or if you have some great ideas on how you've transformed some denim tops, we'd love to hear it. So don't forget to subscribe, and we will bring you more fashion evolutions.